on and off the camera. What is it that you feel when you see other women that are part of a men's competition like the BAL here in Africa?
Well, as of right now, actually, that's my life, you know. Always have been asked about how do I feel when I'm part of a men's world. I think more and more we're going away from that definition. Sports is the sport. It doesn't have gender. We still have long ways to go, but in this competition, the energy is great, and you can see women in places of power and at the same time working together with men. And I think in life and in sports, that's what you want to see.
Talking about men and women, Jose Neto was just named the 2022 Coach of the Year at the BAL. What is it that you've seen that is special about him, working with him in this phase of the tournament?
We clicked right away. His energy is great. You know, if you want to be great, you have to put your heart out there, and he does that every single day in everything he does. I've known of him through some players that, because he's also the coach from the Brazilian national team, and before I got here, I did my research, and I knew that we would click because he's very committed to what he does. He does a great job, did a really good job in Angola winning the title, and he's always looking for the excellence. So I think he's a good addition to this event, and I know he was here last year, and this year getting to the finals is already one step ahead of what he did last year, so it's a very well-deserved award.
Fantastic. And lastly, there's a game on the court right now, NBA Africa Academy up against the Rwanda under-23 national team. What do you think about the level of basketball here that is being played tonight?
Look, like I said before, I am positively surprised with these young athletes. They're so athletic, they know the game. I think the sky is the limit for them. We already have a couple of players that I'm pretty sure that I will see them in my league, and others even in the league above. So the work that is being done with the BAL is great, because at such a young age we have players that are 16, and until now those kind of players had to go to US to develop, and actually you have 16-year-olds that are developing here in Africa.
Well, and lastly, one word for women and young girls out there that see you and, you know, you inspire them.
Well, I actually am put in this position, and I'm honored to be a motivation to young women, because I believe that I was like them. I started playing basketball for the love of the game, and basketball ended up being my life. So if I can be of an inspiration for the young women in Africa and around the world, I'm very proud of that, and I do my best to be and set good examples to them.
Well, thank you very much, Mary Andrade, the first black and African woman to coach an NBA G League, the Birmingham Squadron, Alabama, affiliated with the Pelicans.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Robbie. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you for your time. It's also valuable just to hear, you know, from Mary and all of the people that we're getting into, you know, onto the table. It is absolutely extraordinary. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mary. We're enjoying ourselves tonight, aren't we? Because we enjoy ourselves every night.
It's so fantastic, and you know, these lovely additional insights are just adding some color, and it's great to hear from the horse's mouth, and we don't have to relay the message. It's going straight out to everybody watching and tuning in, and you can just hear the amount of pride, and you understand how much this Basketball Africa League means to everybody that is here from the different walks of life, and also that I love the statement about going away from gender and it being more about the sport.
Well, and it's all about the skill set. We don't care, you know, the gender doesn't matter. It's all about what you can do. And, you know, you've got a proven track record. You can do the job. You get in there. It's as simple as that.
Simple as that.
Now, we've heard from Mary from Cape Verde. Of course, we've heard from We've had people from Brazil, from Nigeria. We just don't know what's around the corner, you know. It's just extraordinary. We're absolutely loving this. This basically tells you that this is a competition that is for everybody around the world. This is for, we know that there are people watching in China, in Asia, right across South America, right across Europe, and of course, Africa. When you see shots like that, you know that it's made in Africa. Fantastic score, big 3 points are there from Nkunwa. And this is the extraordinary thing about the BAL. This is what it's all about. This is the magic that we absolutely adore. It is just extraordinary, and we embrace it in such a big way.
Every single part of it. Homegrown talent playing in their home country, which is fantastic.
That is just a beautiful shot, isn't it? Coming in from that man, Thierry Nkunwa, the player for IPR. Now in possession. They're on a bit of a run here and finding themselves a little bit of possession, getting themselves a few key points. It's a 15-point lead that the Academy have got. But there's only 4 minutes left on the clock, of course, so we know that it's now or never.
It is now or never, and in the scrimmages, the one that I did have a look at, Umuhoza is a very crafty point guard. He's defensively great, but also quite sharp in terms of where the ball should go. His court awareness and his floor awareness will have to come into play down the stretch for Rwanda at 23.
Tomorrow is the day that we will have the final of the BAL Season 2. It comes to an end tomorrow, and what a battle we have. Mary Andrade working alongside coach Jose Neto, the Brazilian, and they are behind Petro de Luanda playing in their first ever final. Of course, it's only the second season, but they'll be coming up against US Monastir, last year's losing finalists, and to Zamalek. What a battle we have. And, well, we're going to have a new champion in 2022. Big giant shot from downtown. Defense solid as the Bulls retrieved there by Karim Mbou.
Nice rebound. His sky is high to secure the possession for his team.
There's a tussle in the paint there. The 14 and the 15, I think, having a little bit of a scrap.
I'm a sucker for paint battles. I love the physicality inside there. It's
we saw that earlier. You asked for that. You got your 2 minutes 36 seconds on court earlier in the celebrity game, and we saw what you were capable of doing. We saw that defensive game that you brought. You're a physical man.
Oh my!
It's wonderful. It was wonderful to see.
I walked right into that.
No. The doors were flung open. Come on in. This is the porch, and there's the corridor. Here we got the Rwandan team in the paint, and foul has been committed on that man, Arno Kuzi. He's the captain, as we see. Gabon Ziza. He's fouled out with 5 fouls, of course. A
little bit of frustration on his face. 4 points, all he could put together offensively for this Rwandan team.
Sane, 21 points that he's scored, and he'll get possession back. It was flapped and knocked out of bounds. Picked up, taken forward by another Senegalese player, Mbai.
Well, Sane gets whistled for the push-off, just dipping the shoulder a bit low, and that's the defensive pressure Umuhoza can bring. He's upped his game just a little bit, and this one could be tight.
Tuat Sinze. It's just well, that's really good, how he managed to get hold of the ball. That was not easy at all there from Nkunwa. And he's there, he's everywhere, isn't he? Babacar Sane just making sure that those scream of disappointments as he loses possession, doesn't make the right pass.
That's his 3rd turnover. And sometimes, again, you know, shot selection, pass selection, there can be missed connections, and that's a turnover.
It happens to us all.
It does happen to us all. No one is perfect.
arms getting in the way. The Academy picked the ball up, going right through the middle. That is a sumptuous layup. Good drive there from Draman Sayon Camara.
Nice open downhill opportunity to give him 2 more. As a 51-68 the score now, and you see the opportunity, just hesitation dribble goes to the left hand, soft touch, 2 to the total. Camara 5 points and extends this significant NBA Academy lead.
17 points, 2:35 left in the final quarter. Before we wrap up this penultimate game, a great showcase battle that's taking place here. But they really did the damage in the third quarter, the NBA Academy Africa team. And to be honest with you, worked really hard at it.
It's that defensive quarter that really made a big difference, and the director of basketball operations, Frank Traore, just there exchanging knowledge with his colleagues sitting in. And you know, as a man very passionate about youth basketball, Frank Traore.
Yeah, he's whenever you talk about him, you know, he knows how important this is, this entire project. And you know, you are lifting and you're giving chances, you're giving opportunities to these youngsters. And it's not just about the boys. You've got girls, of course, who were involved in the academy in a big way. We've seen a lot of them come here to Kigali, and we saw them in Rwanda, in Dakar as well, just coming along and playing their role because they get the chance to play on the biggest stage as well.
All about sport.
Rwanda, long-range shot coming in off the metal. It's come back out. Oh, a little bit of incoherence with the communication. And once again, a wild pass that goes out wide.
A second bit of incoherence is that radar goes off and the pass goes astray.
All right, what changes are going to be made? You can see Patrick Biaremye and Eme Rukiramakuma.
Okorofor gonna take a break. He looks like he's injured just a little bit. And in comes Bia.
Ball back out to the hands of Benis. Benis looks for support, has it out wide, and it's into the hands of that man, Hindawi. Hindawi with a drive and a basket as well. Fist pump at the same time. Big score that is for the Egyptian.
He's been very impressive, Hindawi. He's picked his moments, doesn't try to do too much, and is a great facilitator.
Yeah, he's great vision. That's a good chance to try and get the ball off the boards and in, but it doesn't sink. 51-70. He's off again, around the back pass. The idea was good, it wasn't too far, but the hands are everywhere. The octopus tentacles are everywhere from the Rwandan team, making it quite complicated for those passes to go to the right person.
They're so defensively well organized. They understand what they're trying to do, and they execute on most times.
Battling again, here he is. This is brilliant play, and it goes up and in. That's a perfect score, that is, from the Moroccan Benis.
He rewards himself with some really good play on the offensive end.
Fought for that, and he managed to get his hands on it. That's what we like to see, the fighting spirit, just like a real Atlas lion from Morocco. They've got lions up there as well. Yes, they do.
I would never argue with
you. I knew I'd catch you out there because you look completely mystified. That's the score, beautifully done. Under a minute to go before we wrap up this BAL Elevate Showcase. Rwanda under 23 national team, NBA Academy Africa. And we go straight to the free throw line. Kazaniza.
We've been treated to some really great basketball this evening. The future is really bright, and you can just see that it's scary to think about the competition levels that are going to come from watching this, and from the development that we're going to see in the very countries where they'll take some of their skill sets back to. It means the future really is when we make it.
fantastic. It really is, and bright future for all of these players. It's great to see. This is what's been put in place by the BAL and, of course, NBA Academy Africa. Basketball Without Borders. You've got the NBA Junior, which you assisted down in South Africa, down in Joburg, just earlier this month. It's just extraordinary.
Royal Bafokeng Partnership down in South Africa, really great. We've got BAL for her, which continues to grow, and all of these programs help the feeder system into this product that is the Basketball Africa League.
Straight to the free throw line because the Academy on 5 team fouls. Just constantly communicating, making sure that, you know, his players know what to do, how they're going to function. There's Anon Kusi, and second shot doesn't fall. 53-72, and the last few seconds of this BAL Elevate Showcase. Wild pass that goes, it's flung out of bounds.
Not the ideal way to try and close out what has been pretty good performance by this NBA Academy team. I expect them to just get some better execution and close out on a high note. The Rwandan under-23 team are ready to concede, and so it's going to be handshakes all around, because this one, I think they understand, is in the bag.
Most definitely, and that is a remarkable performance, it really was. And there's the final buzzer. NBA Academy Africa victorious tonight in this BAL Elevate Showcase here at the BK Arena, watched on by basketball royalty. And we have been absolutely blessed with some standout performances from some of the players, but I think all in all we could just say that that was great to watch. From the Rwandan team as well, but the NBA Academy Africa, some of the players standing out. And, well, of course, when you look at 4 players in double figures for the Academy, really impressive. Babacar Sane putting in a solid performance. I mean, look at that, 21 points for him with Serine Mbaye, also of Senegal, second top scorer for the Academy with 13 points. And then Chinyelu with 10 and Hendawi of Egypt with 10. And on the other side, Uwetonze, the 3-point shooter, getting 17.
Well, when you have just about 6 guys that are over 206, you know, already you have a height advantage, and what they did was capitalize on that. They controlled the boards. They were able to aerial assault the rim inside and outside, and they are deserved winners. They played some really great basketball. Rwanda under 23 will look back at that third quarter and think about some of the decisions they made and some of the shots they could have knocked down.
They attacked very well, didn't they? And just in a moment, we will catch up with Malik Daou, who's going to be talking in French to our standout player, Babacar Sane of Senegal. Over to Malik.
Merci Babacar de nous rejoindre. 21 points, une activité des deux côtés du parquet. Vous avez fait un match de promesse.
It was a complete game for you.
Avec le travail d'équipe, on a pu gagner. Mais
with the work from the team,
je les remercie d'avoir
we managed to win.
Parce que ça nous permet nous aussi d'apprendre et de nous améliorer.
And it just helps us to improve this victory here today.
Ici, dans cette BK Arena, et puis surtout de gagner ce match.
Ça représente beaucoup pour nous parce que ça fait un moment là. Ça fait un moment on travaille pour cette journée-là.
It's been a while that we've been working hard.
L'événement de la BAL, ça nous permet de nous exposer.
And of course, thanks to the BAL, it enables us to showcase what we're capable of doing, which is fantastic.
Mais déjà beaucoup de maturité, on l'a vu à Dakar pendant la Sahara Conference. Parfois, c'était vous qui calmiez un peu les grands frères. D'où ça vous vient cette maturité?
Where does the maturity come from?
C'est naturel, c'est naturel. Je pense que c'est l'amour que j'ai pour le basket, c'est pour cela.
My love for the basket.
Leadership naturel. Alors, vous me répondez si vous voulez, vous ne me répondez pas. J'ai appris que vous allez jouer en Ignite l'année prochaine.
Ouais, pour l'instant, je pense pas. Je vais parler sur ce cas parce que rien n'est confirmé encore.
Yeah, nothing is confirmed just next. But
dans le futur,
I'll be playing some really important games next week.
Si c'est mes destinées, Inch'Allah.
En tout cas, bravo à vous, on vous souhaite le meilleur pour votre carrière. Ce n'est que le début et on s'attend vraiment à beaucoup de bonnes choses.
We expect a lot from you in the future, and it's great to have you out there.
Etienne et Jacques. Merci.
There we go. That's Boubacar Sané, and with his standout performance, top quality indeed. We saw it in Dakar, playing for Duke. Here he is again, just showcasing his skill set. And when we look at the statistics, well, let's look at the numbers, I think. Q, we can look at the 3 points, you know, the 8 from 32. He really was outstanding, Justin Uwatonze, but it just wasn't enough for him to just enable to, you know, it wasn't a one-man show at the end of the day.
It wasn't a one-man show, and what you got to look at is that 28% field goal percentage that came in from Rwanda under 23. They were under pressure from the height and the length and the athleticism of the NBA Africa Academy team. They did well to assist on their field goals, but what they did do was also get the ball stolen 14 times. Shot 8 of 32 finally from the three-point line, but were bettered on the boards, and I think that was one of the key areas that really mattered.
Yeah, you know what? It's the total number of defensive rebounds, 62 to 39, just to give you an idea. So the academy were just really outstanding in that department. You know, I'm talking about both ends, of course, but quite extraordinary. I think we're going to wrap it up. Thank you, Adonis. Thank you so much. Usher, thank you. Q, thanks to the team. We will see you tomorrow. It's the final tomorrow. It is indeed. Petro Rwanda up against US Monastir. You've got to be there, because we're going to be there. Good night.